Hey everybody, it's Flyin Ryan here with a review of the WLtoys V272 Velocity. Now as you can see, this is clearly a knockoff of the Estes Proto X or the Hubsan Q4. A little nano quadcopter, but the WLtoys version comes in a bunch of different colors and comes with a standard transmitter. And so you can, you can get your 4 different rates. You can turn the LEDs on and off, and you can flip with a touch of a button and then the moving of the right stick. So pretty nice to be able to use a full-size transmitter with one of these little nano quads. And then it also comes with the full set of spare props and a USB charging cable. Some versions say Skylark on the box, and some say Velocity. And there's some, rev numbers on the board here, which people have found different versions and different dates on there. So it's been really, really hard for me to test this one accurately and, know that I'm giving an accurate representation of everybody's experience. Because for me, I really dislike this quadcopter. It is just really unstable. There seems to be something wrong with the accelerometer where I can get it to hover just fine, but once I kind of start doing circuits and doing any kind of quick movement, it's like the accelerometer gets confused and it forgets what level is, and all of a sudden it'll just want to lean hard to one direction, and even full stick input to the opposite direction can't correct it, so it just goes flying off on its own. I've seen people that have reported similar behavior, and I've seen people that say that theirs does not do that. So I really don't know what's going on, if it's, some of them are defective, or, some certain version has fixed this problem. I really don't know. Also, the props just come off incredibly easily, so pretty much every single crash, props go flying. I did learn from other people that if you put the spare props on, they actually tend to be a little bit tighter. So I put my spare props on, and that did seem to be the case. That has helped with the prop fly-offs. But, now I don't really have a spare set of props because the other props just fly off. So you might want to get some extra spare props if you buy one of these. You also may want to look for the one that says Skylark instead of Velocity. Maybe that one flies better. I really don't know, but at this point I can't really recommend this. I mean, it's really cheap, but it just does not fly well at all. One other difference that they've made from the Estes Proto X is they've added little rubber landing feet, so that's kind of nice. It's got a nice soft landing. And then of course, green. I love it being in green. That's my favorite color. There's also, they've just recently announced the V282 and V292, which are the same quadcopter with a new flight protocol, and then the small transmitter that comes with the Proto X. So maybe that new flight protocol is to improve the problems that have been reported with how this thing flies. So maybe I've got one of those ordered, but it hasn't actually come out yet, so I can't compare it. But when I get that, I will certainly review that as well and compare it to this and see if it has fixed the problems I've had with this. Couple other things about it. It has no LVC warning. The LEDs don't blink when you get to low battery, so it just kind of starts to lose power. And it's also 2 grams heavier than the Proto X or the Hubsan Q4, though it doesn't really seem to have any effect on the flight. It still, when it flies well, it still flies similarly to the Proto X, and it flips pretty nice and tight as well. So let's go take it for a flight around the kitchen, and I'll see if I can reproduce the fly-off issue that I was talking about. So let's go check that out. Alright, this is a flight review of the WLtoys V272 Nano quadcopter. And you can see it's got really bright LEDs on it, and you can turn the back LEDs on and off with the transmitter. The front blue ones stay on though. Alright, let's Let's try 60% rates. See if I can get it to fly worth anything in here. You can see it already doesn't. I mean, it wants to lean way to the right. Let's see if I can just trim that out. Let's, while I can, let's do a flip. So really nice, fast, clean flips. You can already see it wants to fly off to the side. Alright. So good flips. Pretty slow yaw rate. That's 60%. Hey, the prop stayed on. Okay, now let's try some circuits. Oh, see, it's wanting to do it. Look, it wants to fly way off to the... Oh, there, it kind of leveled itself out. There it goes. And a prop fell off. So just somehow, I don't know, like the accelerometer gets confused and it just starts flying off in its own direction. Let's see, try it again. Maybe let's try 80%. Still a pretty slow yaw. That's 80% full yaw right there. So it's doing pretty decently for me right now. Oh, there we go. See, it just wants to fly way hard to the right. Like, it was hovering just fine. I didn't change anything. But if you can kind of like, you can kind of nudge it back into, now see, now it's hovering just fine. Now it's actually kind of moving to the left. But if I start slamming it back and forth, let's see if I can get it to do it again. Whoa! Now it wants to go way off to the right. Sometimes it gets doing it really bad. So I think the accelerometer just gets a little bit confused if you do too fast of movements for it. But if you keep it kind of slow and precise, it's not bad, but the Proto X and the Hubsan Q4 are definitely better. But this is also about half the price. So, you know, you get what you pay for. And the flips are quite nice. Alright, well that's that. That's the WLtoys V272. And hopefully when the 282 comes out, it's even better, and I will review that as well and do a comparison with this, so keep your eyes out for that. Alright, well thanks for watching, please subscribe if you aren't already, and I'll see you next time.